Hey everyone, I'm Heather and welcome back to my channel. So we are back today with Tropico 6. I finished some part of the tutorial last time, so I'm going to try to finish out the tutorial today because I'd like to actually play a game. But it's been so long since I've even tried this game at all that I don't remember how to play. So let's go ahead and get started.
The citizens are demanding elections, Presidente. It seems that they want a choice in how they are ruled. So selfish.
Okay, so it's having me go back through this part that I already did. So I'm just gonna pick what I did before.
Government. This is Loyal Penultimo's specialist subject. I have all the specs and diagrams at home.
Of course, I learned everything from the greatest politician of all time, you, Presidente. It's a pleasure to watch you work. May I video it? No? That is too creepy? Of course, Presidente. You know best. Complete all tasks. Okay. A major fun part of being a dictator is to come up with new rules, issuing edicts, and changing the Constitution for bigger impact. But one step at a time. To research, we first need a building that generates knowledge. So we need to build a library. Library. Okay, so where would we want that? Okay, this is the front of the building. We'll go ahead and put it right there. Speed that up a little bit. Are we coming down this way at all? Alright, no one seems to actually be building this. How about we high priority that? That took a long time, considering it was the only thing I'm doing. To work in a library, a Tropican needs to have a high school education. Other workplaces may even require college education. You can build high schools and colleges to qualify your people over time. For now, we want educated workers, so let's request someone from abroad. Okay. Invite a foreign worker to work at the library. Hiring foreign workers gets more expensive every time. Better to only use it in times of need. Okay.
So stressed.
So I have to hire somebody. Let me pause. I mean, their education is high school. Maybe if I up it, can I get more people? I guess I have to fire somebody first. Let's fire her. And then I need to hire a foreign worker. Yes. Okay. That's what I needed. Unfortunately, we had just already filled that job. Okay. So we have invited our foreign worker. I guess they need to just show up. Right here. I guess. Maybe. Okay, I mean, we've done that. We're just waiting on them to show up. Okay, so we got that. The library workers generate knowledge that can be spent to research new regime tools like building works modes, constitution amendments, and edicts. Select any researchable item to have it researched. You can also select multiple items and add them to the queue. Research wealth tax. Okay. All right, let's do that. Okay, and I guess we just have to have the knowledge, so we just have to wait for it, I guess. Most edicts can be toggled on and off. By having them run for a certain time, those edicts can be leveled up, which decreases their running cost, improves their effects, or mitigates their negative effects. In contrast, some edicts have a fixed effect and can only be issued again after a cooldown time has passed. These cannot be leveled up. Okay, so issue the wealth tax edict and issue the industrialization edict. Okay. Wealth
For
tax.
some reason, other nations never quite manage to properly tax the wealthiest people. Tropico could make some sweet moolah by raising a tax that only affects the wealthiest citizens. It's free money in the treasury, and the only downside is the burning hatred of the capitalists. Besides, the communists are likely to view this as rather hilarious.
You gain $5 for every rich or filthy rich adult each month, decreases capitalist standing by 20, increases communist standing by 15. Okay? And then industrialization.
With a program for industrialization, we can plan far enough ahead to make money, but not so far ahead as to have to worry about environmental impact. With just one not-so-small upfront fee, we can slash the cost of building each and every new factory. It is not only a great way to boost the economy, but it also helps fill our skies with the pleasing wispiness of chimney smoke.
Decreases construction costs for all industrial buildings by 50%. The edict runs for 2 years and has a cooldown of 4 years. Okay. A great tool for placing factions and receiving gameplay bonuses to have a ministry. It allows you to assign ministers recommended by the various factions to the individual departments to boost the corresponding aspects of the Tropican nation. Have a ministry, appoint a minister for any of the departments. Some buildings like the ministry require a blueprint before you can construct them as usual. Blueprints can be purchased on the construction screen. Blueprints, ministry. Yes. So now we can do a ministry. I don't want it too close to me. This is my house. We'll put it right here. Okay, so I have to hire a minister. Let's do open ministry menu, I guess. Sure. Okay, we did that. There are 4 eras: colonial, world wars, Cold War, and modern times. Each symbolized by the small icon in the lower left next to the current date right here. Okay. To advance into the next era, you need to complete the progression tasks. These activate automatically over time. Following their objectives will bring you to the next era. Now wait for the progression tasks to appear in the game task tracker. This might be a good opportunity to increase the game's speed. Wait for the progression task to activate. Reach Cold War. Is that it? I don't know. I guess right here. Okay. Usually you have to complete a series of progression tasks in order to reach the next era. For tutorial purposes, we've shortened it down to a click of a button. The main takeaway is that you can ultimately decide for yourself how long to stay in an era. Eras introduce new gameplay mechanics, add additional internal and external parties that will try to manipulate you for their own agenda. They unlock new buildings and governmental tools to help you develop and rule Tropico. Okay, sure, let's go ahead. Starting with the World Wars, Tropico has a constitution. Every time you progress to a new era, you need to decide on a new mandatory constitution topics. Additional constitution topics are optional and can be unlocked later via research. The Constitution can only be renewed several years after signing it, after elections, on public demand, or when progressing to a new era. Decide on mandatory topics and sign a new Constitution. Okay. Wealthy citizen vote. Open ballots. How about all citizens vote? We'll do militia, that's fine. Energy efficiency. Official separation. Confirm. Okay. Governing Tropico is not only about ruling the country and your people, but also about finding your place amongst the leaders of the world and standing your ground. Every era introduces its own set of global superpowers that will make demands in exchange for improving your relations, very similar to dealing with the internal factions. In contrast to the factions, superpowers do not affect the opinions of your people, but will support or oppose you in the field of diplomacy, trade, and even more. Okay. So, I need to build and buy an embassy. We're going to put it over here. All right, invite Eastern Bloc and ask for financial aid.
Governance is your vocation, Presidente. Your calling. The people cannot govern themselves. They are too small. They need you.
It is a sacred covenant. You sacrifice everything to lead them, except for the riches, power, and anything else you want. And in return, they do as you say, and together all benefit, except the people. But without you, they are nothing. Okay, let's go to the next chapter.
Cars, boats, telepheric gondolas. Your mighty arm reaches everywhere, but the people, they must be transported.
Of course, this is fraught with danger. Poorly built roads create unplanned happenings, while bridges are deliberately built over troubling waters. Elevators, they are so obviously traps. Presidente, without you, the people would never get anywhere. At some point, you might want to expand across the sea. For instance, to build an oil well over the oil deposit on the volcano island. The best way to expand to other islands is to construct a landing area. It will allow your construction workers to travel to the new island and erect additional buildings. Construct a landing on the volcano island and construct an oil well. Okay. Landing. All right. So we'll do the landing first. How long is it going to take them to come over here? I guess a little while. Okay, we have the landing. Now we need an oil well, which I assume goes in the green spot. I want it to go down this way, and we'll have to probably build the road. Okay, I guess that'll work. So let's get that up now. I'm sure it will also take a while. All right, there we go. The operating range of Teamsters is limited to the road network they are connected to. In order to ship goods from one island to another, you need Teamster ports. Construct a Teamster port on Volcano Island. Okay. Teamster port. Does it have... Oh, it is on the water. Okay. Okay, I was wondering about that. And connect it to the road right here. That should work. Okay. So let's go ahead and get that built. Although what I would probably do is start building everything out here, like duplicates of everything that are over here out here. Like a new Teamster's office and everything. But let's go ahead and get that done. Alright. Tropicans commute a lot between their homes, their jobs, and all the buildings they visit to satisfy their happiness aspects. Improving the time it takes them not only makes them happier, but also improves your economy. Travel time is idle time. Starting in the World Wars era, you can build bridges to connect close islands with each other more efficiently, but also at a higher cost. Connect the Center Islands Road to the Volcano Islands Road by building a bridge. Okay. Road. Alright. Which area am I taking it to? This one? Okay, I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Okay. Those bridges are huge pains. That took me forever to find a place that it would actually work. In Tropico, we do not just park in the streets. Every driving tour needs to start and end in a building. That is why you need to provide some parking decks here and there to enable citizens to use cars. Construct a parking deck on the Center Island and on Volcano Island, connected to the same road network. Okay. So we do a parking deck right here. You are connected to the same road. Why can't you go there? Why can you not go there? Connected to the road, not within the designated... Okay, so this one will work. Right there. Okay. Yeah. Good for you. Okay. Let's go. So I have the 2 parking decks. I was trying to build it out here, but it wouldn't let me. Alright, let's go ahead and build those parking decks. Depending on the current era and the individual economic wealth, not everyone can afford using a car. To provide faster travel for less prosperous citizens, there are some public transportation options like buses, telepheric, and the metro. Let's establish a bus line and allow people living near the oil well to visit buildings on Center Island. Have bus garage. Establish a bus line with one stop on Center Island and the other on Volcano Island. Okay. So... Alright, I guess we'll put the bus stop down here by the parking garage. And then we'll see how to do a bus line. Though this stuff is obviously much further into the game, I guess. We won't be doing this for a while, anyway. I don't know if there's another part of the tutorial after this part. Okay, so... place a starting bus stop right here. place the ending bus stop. And we're gonna place it right here. Okay. Buildings from later eras are increasingly dependent on electrical power and will not work until there's enough power provided. You're going to build a power plant. Since it requires coal to function, you need to first build a coal mine and place the power plant close to it and add another Teamster's office to help transport. Okay. So I need to build a coal mine on the Waterfall Island. Coal. Where's Waterfall Island? This is it. Okay. I assume that's Waterfall Island because it's got the waterfall. And I assume that I also... Let me do this. It might just be easier to do a road. Okay, now we can reach that. And well, I'm going to wait on the Teamster's office because I want them to build this first. That was just easier than doing the whole other thing. Alright, so we have that. We need another Teamster's office, which can just go somewhere down this way. It can go there. It's fine. It'll have that little curvy road. So we'll make the Teamster's office. Oh, I thought it did have a road. Okay. I guess it doesn't. I don't know why that's acting like it doesn't have a road. It should. Oh, I guess it can go this way. Oh, that's annoying. I'm gonna have to fix that road, I guess. Okay, and then the power plant. Okay. And this is acting like it has no road, which I don't like. I'm gonna have to maybe take out the road that's there and start the road here. That's so wonky, it ruined everything. Oh, man. Alright, that should work. Okay, that's just weird. Okay, let's get that done. We're gonna pollute this beautiful waterfall. Alright, let's get this done. Okay. Power producing buildings feed the electricity into the power grid around them. Only buildings inside this grid will be supplied with electricity. Overlapping power grids will merge into one, accumulating produced power as well as consumption. Make sure to not have more power consumed than you're producing. Buildings with inefficient power supply are inoperable. Construct an arcade on Waterfall Island. Okay, and then on Volcano Island. Okay. So you want to have an arcade. So I have no workers here. Okay, now I've got some workers. I have no coal, so that will happen. So let's get that arcade built. Look at that pollution. Okay, now we need an arcade on Volcano Island all the way over here. Okay, let's hurry up our arcade, please, because now I need to do other stuff. Okay, now I need to connect Volcano Island. So I need an electrical substation here. But I imagine I also need one in here to kind of connect them, right? Connect electrical substations to connect the Volcano Island to the power grid. Which means I'm going to probably have to add one like in here and maybe like over this way too, right? I guess we'll see. But I would think that one substation down here wouldn't really work. But we'll see. Maybe I have to have two right there? Okay, there it goes.
Cities of the future need. Actually, it is what cities of the present need. Who knows about the future?
Just remember, parking decks for cars and public transportation for everyone. And make sure there's enough power to keep everything moving. It is troublesome, but until we find a way to keep everyone at home in front of a screen, it is sadly essential.
Tourists, Presidente. Unlike our citizens, they pay you money for everything and disappear without any reasonable and proportionate secret police intervention.
Alas, Tropico does not yet have everything it needs to pull in those overseas punters. Let us make places to stay, things to visit, and most importantly, ways for tourists to arrive without seeing the generous poverty of our own citizens. No one wants to start their vacation on a bummer. Okay. Alright, so build a cabana island on Waterfall Island. Cabana Village. Build a scenic outlook. Increase the beauty of the cabana by placing decorations. Okay. Let's go. Okay. So I want to build a cabana village right over here. And I think they can build it without the road. Maybe they can't. Okay. We'll let the road come over here. Come build our cabana right by our power plant. All right, there we go. Scenic outlook. And we'll build that right there. I don't know if that needs a road or not. All right, The second requirement for tourists to book a trip to Tropico is a matching means of transportation. Tourists will not travel on regular freighters, but either arrive via ship on the tourist dock or via plane at the airport. The chosen work mode for these buildings limits the number of and economic wealth of tourist families. So I need to build a tourist port. They want me to put it right here. Okay. So I guess I'm also going to have that road. Oh, come on. You know you can't go that way. Come this way. Okay, try that. I probably want to change that road, but I mean, it's a tutorial, so it doesn't matter that much. We'll make it cuter later. Now you're set, and the first batch of tourists will arrive with the next tourist ship. Tourists are not so different from your own citizens. Their economic wealth is at least well off. They only have two happiness aspects, accommodations and entertainment. Every tourist has limited time on Tropico and will depart when it's over, so they want to get as much out of it as possible. In general, tourists enjoy variety and become bored by visiting the same attractions over and over. Okay. Wait for the tourists to arrive. Okay, there they are, I guess. Oh no, they haven't come in yet. Those were just workers. So I guess we wait. Alright, there's my thing. So let's check the info of a tourist.
Worth every cent.
Ah, Bliss, wake me up when it's time for bed. Okay. Every tourist will rate their vacation in Tropico. It is based on their accommodation and the entertainment happiness they received, modified by the variety and the specific taste of their tourist type. When departing, this rating will be added to the global rating for their type. The better the rating, the more tourists are willing to spend their vacation in Tropico. Tourist ratings can even be affected by your politics, as some edicts and constitution options make Tropico more or less attractive to visitors. Open and inspect the ratings on the tourism tab in the almanac. Rating. Okay. Tourism and entertainment buildings often offer work modes to specialize in servicing a certain tourist type or changing the required economic wealth level. You should try orienting your accommodations and entertainment buildings towards one or two tourist types from the start. Changing the budget will increase the fee each visitor has to pay, and tourists have to pay more than locals. To exploit this, you can exclude Tropicans via a checkbox setting on individual entertainment buildings. Okay. So the arcade right here, I need to tourist only. Okay. Right across from the power plant.
Tourists. They are annoying, and they are garishly dressed, but they come with money that they want to spend, and that makes them our friends.
Just remember, tourist ports to get them in, tourist accommodations to put them in, and tourist traps to pack them in. There's good money to be made from foreigners, even if you don't pick their pockets directly. Okay, let's go back to the main menu. I don't know which one we were on, but you know what? I think we're okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and stop the tutorials right there. Because that's a good bit of it. I don't even know that I'll last long enough to get to the more advanced gameplay. But I could probably figure it out. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. That's going to be the last tutorial episode, and then we will start a game in the next one. But yeah, that is everything for this time, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!